back again. Session 2, I think. I keep track of this. This is the, I'm actually going to film this in the back room. I spent quite a few hours yesterday setting up the studio back there. So when you see although I like this setup, this is the way I was doing my Kung Fu classes. This is kind of nice. This actually might work for this. My concern was I can't really control the sound out here as much, and I wanted to make an audiobook. You hear noises sometimes when they fire up their washer or something, and the noises out there when they come. It's not that much. I mean, this is a nice location here. But what if this would be better? Well, anyway. Let's see. I'm on page 2. And these are the raves for the Tao of Taoism by Buddha Jen. And right now there's no raves in it. Actually, there's one rave. Carl Totten, the head of the Taoist Center in Burbank, he got a copy of this book. Actually, it's one of his students, I think, that bought the book. And then his student said, hey, you got to check this book out. And then I talked to him at an event. He goes, man, he goes, I really liked your book. In fact, I got a lot of ideas from it. In fact, he even said to me, he goes, I got ideas from your book that I want to use in my book. And I said, well, I'm honored, and I was. I'm not sure which ideas he liked of mine that he decided he was going to use. But anyway, that was nice. That was nice to get it from another Taoist master. We're competitors, you might say. It's not like I know many. But he appreciated what I was said, so I think that was awesome. So that obviously means I'm ringing true. He's a professor also, so he takes things from a very scholastic level. Me, I'm very much into the experiential. I've been out there living life and traveling and being in all of these relationships and weird adventures. And he's had a steady career and had the Taoist Center, and he's had a real stable type of real life, and I've had a very unstable life. So we have a very different versions of Taoism. He can afford to be academic. Me, it's very much, how's this going to work and how's this going to save my life? So it's been very much a matter of implementation for me as opposed to theory. So a lot of the theorists, they tend to, and I'm not saying it's him, but a lot of them, they start talking like, it starts sounding like the Bible, and they start getting all spiritual and whimsical. It's like, come back to reality, dudes. This is for living on this planet. That's what Taoism's for. It's not for living in the afterlife or another reality. Am I shiny on my head? Sheesh. If we were in the movie business, they've actually got dulling spray. They probably dull my head. We use it for metal and stuff. But I'd say, give me some dulling spray. Got my head. Anyway, let's see one more page and I'll call it. It's already been 2.5 minutes for this Instagram. I guess you guys are supposed to be short term. Okay. Also by Buddha Jen. Oh, these are other books I've I've written. The Buddha Kung Fu Student Manual. That's my pièce de résistance. I think it's my most artistic book so far. It's one I'm really, really proud of. Put a lot of work into that, and I had my students help me edit it for about a year. We spent a whole year working on that book, and it was nice to have the feedback. Most of my books, I just kind of get them through and read them through a couple of times, but hopefully edit it, and you do a good job and spit it out. I don't get a lot of. That's not the proper way to do a book. To do a book, you need to get some feedback. You need to get other eyes on it. And you start to see what you've written, and you start knowing what you've written, and actually you're not reading what you've written, and you might pass typos and stuff. So it's best to have somebody else always read it. Several people, if anything. So anyway, I apologize. I'm looking forward to the day when I can afford to hire people to do it. Anyway, those are my students. They still helped me do it. So that's a magical book because I really had a lot of involvement with my students. Combat Tai Chi, that's a really interesting book. Now, I had another one that was Pushing Hands for Tai Chi and Combat Tai Chi, and I think I'm just going to put them together. There's no demand for that, so it's like, if I can get anybody to buy one book, I'd like to have both. So I'm going to put both those books together. It's not, the other Pushing Hands not here. So they are combined, Combat Tai Chi. And I did it in the Mandarin, Tai Chi instead of Tai Chi. It should be Tai Chi Chuan, but Tai Chi Chuan. And you people put Chuan on because it means boxing style. Most people don't know how to fight with Tai Chi, and that's why they should never teach it. Tai Chi is for fighting. It's a supreme, ultimate boxing style. That's the translation. Tai means something big. It's the Chi. If you look at the letters for it, it means like a bomb explosion. It's power, something of great power, energy. Not even life energy. It's not Qigong. The Qigong in Shaolin Qi Mantis, we use the Qi of Qigong in our name because I really focus on the Qigong as opposed to the. Well, that's not true. I mean, we're a real fighting school as far as Tai Chi Chuan goes too. But anyway, my logo uses the Qigong if you want to see the difference. But then look at a Tai Chi Chuan. Anybody that writes it regular, and you'll notice, hey, that's a different word for Qi. And then Chuan means boxing style. It's not great, supreme, ultimate power of elders in the park going super slow. No, that's not what it is. That's all nothing to do with Tai Chi. That's like what you do when you're retired from Tai Chi, after you've done 50 years of it. That's not Tai Chi, you might say. In fact, even then, it is Tai Chi, I'm sorry. But what it is it's an illusion. People think that's it. That's the ultimate. That's it. That's the class. That's where you're going. That's what you do. It's nothing. All those people, they have to go to class at night to learn how to do that. Who knows how many days a week they do that, or on the weekends they go to the class. They're just merely getting together before class to actually, well, it's actually probably political. In China, they're much better at the team spirit and the ruler spirit, the dictator spirit. So they may actually be doing it to make their master look good. Their master has a school somewhere in that neighborhood, and all the people from that factory and this factory, and they're even out there looking the same and wearing their uniforms. So if somebody takes a picture, they're making him look good. So it's kind of marketing. It's kind of like the decoy ducks. You get all those ducks out there, and people go, wow, that looks awesome. I want to be a part of that. And so I admire them in China for being able to pull that off better than we do in the United States. But that's a lot of, because the spirit in China is much more obedient to that kind of authority. The Connor black hole bubble theory. Yeah, I gave that to Hawkins some years ago, and a couple of those other people. And I talked to them. They go, "We can't talk to you about this. We don't know what to make. This is just, this is maybe someday." And so they kind of blew. They basically could not talk about it. They couldn't say yay, nay, nothing. It was like, wow. It was like left field to them. But I think that what we're going to see is this is the future of physics. I think that I actually figured out everything that Hawkins couldn't figure out. Real simple, really, but it's in this book. So everything that was confusing Hawking about black holes and the science of our cosmos is based in that theory. In fact, I really kind of whipped it out when I published that. I thought I was going to die. I was in Vegas when I wrote that. This is the inspiration for the Vegas Zombies movie. I was scared to death. I had people trying to kill me. I knew that there were people who don't want to go there. Anyway, the point was I got through all that, but I was scared, and I thought I was going to lose everything I had. And so I started dumping my book out, just like, I'm alone in Vegas. My kids aren't going to do anything. My ex-wife's not going to do it. Nobody's going to do anything. All this stuff's going to be lost. I'm going to evaporate. So I published a whole bunch of stuff and released a whole bunch of live music and stuff, when I was in Vegas. Just dumping it, just getting it out there. So it was, panic. So anyway, that book that I'm trying to tell you isn't even the real book. It's actually just my summary that I had in my head at that time. Just pumped it out real fast. History of Zen from A to Z. Now that I took 2 years on. I took a lot of time on that book. That's all. Human Values for Success in Family and Business. That's when I spent a couple of years on it. I tied it into our courses. I developed a 4-year curriculum with what you're supposed to do every single week for 4 years. I spent a lot of time on that book. But the History of Zen from A to Z, that's the one I told you not to read until you know you like me. Because then it's going to make you question. And that's the whole idea, I figure. If it just makes you ask any questions about what's going on in the afterlife or something, then that's a good thing, maybe. Yeah, I think people should at least consider that possibility. Because most people, unfortunately, are being led to believe things that work against them or work in the interest. Anyway, organized religion, boy. Masonic Kung Fu Book 1. Everybody's got to get that. There's not going to be a book 2 or a book 3 now. It doesn't look like. I wrote that book over 10 years ago, and I would have written that like 10 years, these other books 10 years ago. I was really excited about it. But I couldn't sell any books. It was been at Amazon and everything, and Masons don't buy it. Kung Fu people don't buy it. So anyway, Masonic Kung Fu, there's only going to be book 1. The Shaolin Kung Fu Beginner, that's in my Kung Fu class. We're doing that right now, reading that every day. Read from that this morning. Actually, we were talking about Tai Chi Chuan. That was today's lesson in the Shaolin Kung Fu Beginner book, because we were talking about the history and origins of Tai Chi Chuan. And let's see, the Shaolin Kung Fu Initiate book, that book's probably not going to get used anymore. I'm changing my system. Before I was using that book, it was so that people couldn't get into my regular Kung Fu school. So I got that book, so to keep people out and get them to go in my other schools. And but if you did want to get in that school, then this is the book I'd give you and say, okay, you willing to do all this? Can you do all this? And I made it really hard. I put things in there. So I didn't want people to fail. I had these other schools where it doesn't matter. You can go as slow as you want, But in Shaolin Chi, man, you got to just keep up or you fall behind, and that's demoralizing. So that's like a Green Berets. You don't want to throw somebody in who can't keep up, because then they'll have to kick them out. So I don't want to kick people out of Challenge Humanus. So I made it hard to get into. But I've opened the doors on it in my online school, and in fact, this Wednesday is the launch of the free associated website. Let me tell you real quick. Sheesh, I didn't finish the page. But real quick, let me just hit on that, because that's important. On this Wednesday, which is what? The 17th or 18th of March, in 2020, I'm launching Shaolin Kung Fu Beginner.com. Shaolin Kung Fu Beginner.com. Big name, I know. But I'm hitting all the topics. I want people who are interested in Shaolin Kung Fu and are willing to check out what it is to be a beginner. And that's it. It's a free website. It's always going to be free. Maybe I'll have to sell something there. I'm not sure on that website. But right now, everything's free. You go there and you get 5 free classes. I shouldn't tell you this, but I'm thinking about giving you more later. Let's see. I'd like people to just go over to my paid site. Now, after you take these 5 classes, you can say, I don't want to do Shaolin Kung Fu, but that'll give you a little bit of an idea of what you're going to have to do and the way my classes are. Maybe you'll want to do Shaolin Kung Fu with somebody else, but this will give you an idea how I teach it. Every class is going to be very similar to this. We just add stuff on. We're up to about 2 hours a class now, but it started at about 45 minutes, because I keep adding more stuff in. So anyway, the ShaolinKungFuBeginner.com. That's this week. Now, ShaolinInteractive.com has been my main site. I've been planning this since, 2005 or something. I built the site and built web pages for every lesson. It just needed to shoot the videos and put them on the pages. And then figure out how to make it a secure site. People pay to get in, and then you get the videos. And that was my plan. I've just been sitting there for, 12 years or more. Way more. Anyway, point being is, I finally figured out a way to make it, which is scratch the whole original website and do the whole thing in WordPress using a learning management system, Lifter LMS. And so what I'm going to do is, or what I have done and what I am doing, in fact, the free site is like a little test site. And you'll go in, you get a little membership, and you get a dashboard, and you get your certificates and advancements. It's like being in a college or university. They use the same software. So anyway, you get in there and you just take the 5 courses, and they're free. And then if you want to be on the real classes, then you jump over to the website, get a new membership, and you'll be used to it. So to me, it's just a little primer course. I'm hoping that some people want to do this and go, hey, I want more. And so they'll jump over there to Shaolin Interactive and join the real school. But as I said, I changed it. Instead of having to do an initiation to get into Shaolin Humanus, I'm going to let you do the whole beginner program, the whole 1.5, 2-year program to get through my beginner program before you get into the weapons, and I'm going to give you that whole thing before you have to become a Buddhist initiate, because it's a traditional Buddhist school. I got the other schools that are more American, but I'm trying to actually keep something traditional Chinese. I am keeping it that way. And that's what Shaolin Humanus is. So in order to get your intermediate and go any farther, after you get through the whole beginner program, which is a white sash, a white plus 1 green stripe, a white plus 2 green stripes, a white plus 3 green stripes. So you got 4 belt rank levels, each one taking 6 months. So it's a 2-year program. Then you go to the intermediate level, blue sash, okay? So you can graduate these, and you can graduate this if you want to join Shaolin Humanus officially, and you have to shave your head. That's right. It's a Buddhist school. You grow it back right after that, but you got to shave your head, all kinds of stuff. You're going, but that's good. You see, I don't want you in my school. I don't want people to go, when I talk about joining my school. So it's okay. To join my school, I used to be going, cut my hair. Okay, I'll cut my eyebrows too. Well, that's what you want, but I don't. You should be more anxious to join. So you see, that's the point. That's one of the reasons why I decided, I've always want that there, because it basically scares all the people are going to drop out away. So anyway, don't panic. Everything that I'm going to teach you, a lot of the stuff I would teach you if you continued in Shaolin Humanus, you can get in Buddha Kung Fu, which is everything just about except the praying mantis, or you can get it in Tai Chi Youth, which is just this beginner program. That's it. All stretched out. So the Tai Chi Youth beginner program, you can get in Tai Chi Youth, but it takes twice as long, like 4 years instead of 2 years. And it's actually 3 years, but that's on 4-month semesters. And then, hey, there you go. How did I get talking so long? How many minutes? 14 minutes. I can't believe it. I was going to try to keep it at 5 or 6 minutes. Okay, that's